All right, welcome guys. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, Instagram, or wherever, we are doing another interview with our clients here at Enopoly. We got Ryan and Leilani on here, and they're from Arizona. Now, they just recently started, I believe. Guys, when did you guys start? When's the time you
July
guys?
11th.
Oh, yeah, July 11th is when your store started selling. But of course, I remember you guys had some issues setting up the Amazon store, right? Like Amazon missed the video chat with you guys, or what was it?
Yeah, so we were going, Amazon launched the CARES Act, and we were having issues with that portion. So I think signed the contract probably late April, beginning May. And then I think middle of May, Amazon launched the CARES Act. And that took the longest part just to get the video verification.
What was
Yeah.
cool though, so we were trying to schedule with them, and they were pushing it out like 4 to 6 weeks just to try to get us on the calendar. But you guys were able to jump in and actually get us an appointment sooner than that. So we were trying to do it. We were fighting it, and they kept rescheduling and pushing it back. But we got some, the Anopoly team was able to jump in and help and get us one within, I think it was about a week.
Yeah.
Or so. And so the escalation that they put in was super helpful and got us on the map much quicker. So we wish we asked for help earlier.
Yeah.
But it ended up getting us a sharp finish line. So that was good.
Yeah,
really appreciate the help.
some of my employees actually, like their girlfriends or boyfriends or family members, they're actually working inside of Amazon. Different, of course, different departments all over, but yeah, we're pretty tied in there. So we do have some advantages when it comes to that. What this is about, the purpose of this video is, so these clients, Ryan and Alani, they're new. I'm not really more about, caring about their success. I'm more about the speed of our launch, right? How fast were we able to get the store off the ground? Once they had it approved and everything, they handed it over to us, and we launched. Can you guys tell me a little bit, kind of like your first couple of weeks when you actually said, "Hey, our store is active"? What happened after that?
If I remember my dates correctly here, so we were talking in about mid to late June. So we got the approval, and then from there we got our first PO. We essentially approved it, and then we saw through the Amazon store. I used to work for Amazon myself as well, so I know a little bit about the FBA world, and was able to go in and see that it was essentially shipped by the end of the week. It went through the Amazon process, through its cross dock. You can kind of it's cool to check in on that stuff. And I don't really touch anything, but I definitely look and see where stuff is going. And so it went through their cross dock process, and then went into their facilities. And so we pretty much saw, as soon as it went live, and we actually had showing active inventory in prime locations, we started selling almost immediately. So even just that first product, it was one SKU, sold almost immediately. And then after that, we started seeing probably 2 to 3 POs a week that we were getting, and we've just continued to ramp and get more of them, and see that list of SKUs and products grow.
Now, did you guys request to keep getting more and more purchase orders, or did your employees just start offering more and more?
We did a little bit of both. So we did ask for some PO orders, and then the employees would go ahead and show us a couple of POs.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then so we started noticing, I think some of it too was just giving them an idea of what ballpark of what we were trying to spend as well. So after the first week and first PO, we were really like, hey, we have this limit, and then we really started seeing them roll through, and they were starting to get a lot of them sent to us.
And what was the dollar amount that you guys spent in the first 30 days?
Close to 60-ish at least. Yeah, I'd say about I think 60.
It was 60.
60,000. Okay,
60,000.
perfect.
Sorry.
So
Yes.
this is where I wanted to get to. Most people think that there is limits in Amazon, and there's actually quite a bit of limits. There's a theory out there, for those that are watching, you have to go slow, you have to warm up the store. Well, yes, in theory, it's correct for some categories and some products. That's why we don't sell those products that a brand new Amazon store can't handle. We know exactly which products to pick and choose, which categories to place on a brand new store, right? You guys had a brand new store, had no reviews, no sales record before, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
So from there, we loaded up the store. They spent right around $60,000 within the first 30 days. I believe their first actual 30 days selling, your first 30 days of, and keep in mind, guys, when they spend $60,000, it doesn't mean they spent it in one day and all the products arrived in one day. You know, it was over the course of their first 30 days of purchasing. You know, they got a few purchase orders throughout every week. So products are still arriving to their store. Once we get to inside of their store, I want you guys to keep that in mind. So as products arriving, their sales are starting, and more are arriving over time. Did you experience any feedback or anything from Amazon saying, hey, you're not doing something right, or any velocity reviews or anything like that?
No, nothing flagged.
And that's a point I'm trying to make to everybody. So you understand, if you know what you're doing on Amazon, you have the right categories. And of course, you know, as a store matures, it's gonna get unlocked with new categories and less restrictions to sell different categories and different products. The benefit of working with us is we know exactly which products to list on a brand new store to ramp it up, and then from there, you guys, I believe you guys already have like 3 or 4 positive 5-star reviews in just in the first few days. You know, like what we're what, 43, 44 days live with the store, and we already have a few positive reviews, which is, and the reason I bring that up is it's actually really hard to get positive reviews. Because most people, like, tell me your experience, Brian. Like, when you shop on Amazon, you get exactly what you ordered. Do you go back and leave a positive review?
Yeah.
I leave the reviews usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leilani does that, right? But most people, they don't leave reviews unless there's something wrong, and it's typically a negative review, right? It's actually really hard to get reviews, but you can see a brand new store is already getting the reviews, already scaling. And I'll go ahead and log in and kind of show an example of the store. If we go to reports, again, this is really not about the success of the store as in how much money, how much sales that they're making. It's really more about the start of their the business and how fast we're able to scale it. Is this something magical? Is this something like unusual? No, we can do this to any store as long as you spend money, right? They spent about $60,000 in the first 30 days of buying, right? And then products started arriving and then they're selling. If you're looking to get the service and you're not comfortable with spending around that figure, well, you're not going to get those results. Now, if you want to spend even more, you're going to have different results as well. As you can see, they started on the 11th at $27,000 in total sales. And if we go ahead and look at what the store actually made so far, this store has already generated, let's see, so 27,000 in sales so far. We only have it updated to 23,000. There's a lot of pending orders. But so far, based on for 23,000, we've already generated $3,200 in profit. I believe just the month of July, you guys did total for your store right around, I think it was like $800, right? It's like 700,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. And that was just the first, 2.5 weeks. And of course, every month, and this is for you guys, every month's going to be different. Not every product sells out really quick. Some products will take a few months to sell out, some products a few weeks. It's going to be kind of very up and down, but you'll notice it'll be like up and down, but it's going in a steady pace upwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In the cycles, of course. And then you're gonna say, like right now, the team, I think they offered you products today and you couldn't do it. You couldn't purchase any more because you're at your credit capacity. So as more products are hitting your store, because you guys, I think you have quite a bit of products still on the way, you'll notice your sales are going up and up and up and up. And then it's going to start dropping a little bit until the new inventory from when you're getting payouts and you buy more is going to hit again. That's kind of like how it works. So it's up and down.
Right.
And the whole concept is really just outperforming every single asset class there is on the marketplace when it comes to just running this business. Did you guys have any questions about anything for me specifically?
So something we thought was cool, and I'll just kind of add it in here, is that we kind of expected to break even the first month, honestly. Like the first, 2.5 weeks, we were like, maybe we'll see some profit, maybe not. But then once we finally got our statement for July, and being able to see that it's already creating cash flow, that's really cool to see. And just to be able to get the updates in the way that you guys do makes it really, really simple, easy, very, very, very easy to manage. And then just overall the visibility and transparency is something that I know I appreciate a lot. So I live in the fulfillment world too, and operate in that space, and I just I think transparency is key. So I just got to throw that out there. I know this isn't a testimonial. I just thought it was something that I felt like I should say, just because I live it, I breathe the fulfillment space every day, and it's hard to come by that level of transparency. So
All right. Oh, guys, Ryan, Leilani, thank you so much for hopping on. So you need anything, let me know. Other than that, keep up the good work.